Baby, let your hair down and let's stay on the couch. Put your head on my chest and don't make a sound. We can turn off the phone, forget about the world, 'cause there ain't one damn thing in it that compares to you, girl. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen in Georgia evergreen, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, I can't stand it. Let's move this upstairs. Let me take these two hands and run them through your hair. All these things I wanna do are running through my head. Leave your dress in the hall, rip the sheets off the bed. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen in Georgia evergreen, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. No, they ain't, baby. I seen the California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen Georgia evergreen, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, none of those things are pretty as you. No. Let your hair down and let's stay on the couch. Put your head on my chest and don't make a sound. We can turn off the phone, forget about the world, 'cause there ain't one damn thing in it that compares to you, girl. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen in Georgia evergreen, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, I can't stand it. Let's move this upstairs. Let me take these two hands and run them through your hair. All these things I wanna do are running through my head. Leave your dress in the hall, rip the sheets off the bed. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen in Georgia evergreen, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. No, they ain't, baby. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I I've seen the beaches down in Florida. I've seen Georgia Everglades. I've seen a blue sky in Kentucky. I've seen Colorado Springs. But none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, none of those things are pretty as you know. Let your hair down and let's stay on the couch. Put your head on my chest and don't make a sound. We can turn off the phone, forget about the world, 'cause there ain't one damn thing in it that compares to you, girl. I've seen a California sunset, I've seen the hills in Tennessee, I've seen the beaches down in Florida, I've seen in Georgia Everglades, I've seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I've seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, I can't stand it. Let's move this upstairs. Let me take these two hands and run through your hair. All these things I wanna do are running through my head. Leaving dress in the hall, rip the sheets off the bed. I've seen a California sunset, I've seen the hills in Tennessee, I've seen the beaches down in Florida, I've seen in Georgia Everglades, I've seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I've seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. No, they ain't, baby. I've seen a California sunset, I've seen the hills in Tennessee, I've seen the beaches down in Florida, I've seen Georgia Everglades, I've seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I've seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, none of those things are pretty as you know.
welcome to the FretJob. We are a live talk show where we talk about anything with strings, anything guitar, anything music. The FretJob is brought to you from Frizzell Guitar at 228 Jane Trail, Danville, Kentucky. And I'm going to hand it over to my co-host, Brandon Edwards.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the FretJob. My name is Brandon Edwards. I'm your host, and we have the lovely co-host, Jonathan Recorder. He is all things real estate. He is all things music, and he is one of the baddest guys to ever touch a stringed instrument. So, Jonathan Recorder.
Yeah.
And so, I've seen some of you all make this comment, so some of y'all have mentioned this and kind of started this little thing to me. So, I guess we're Big Brand and J-Mac in the morning.
Oh Lord. So what we're gonna get into first here?
Why don't we get into our why don't we do our local spotlight first today?
Okay, we'll do the local spotlight first. All right, I'll do mine. My local spotlight is going to be on Republic State Mortgage. Republic State Mortgage, and Katrina Salyers is the loan officer there, and it is located at 1031 Houstonville Road, Danville, Kentucky, 40422. Their phone number is 859-209-2769. And it's an awesome place. Go by there, talk to Katrina. She can help you out with any of your home lending needs, any of your mortgage needs.
Yeah, for sure. So my local spotlight this week is going to be on the Parthenon Greek American Eats. So this Friday night, my mom was like, "Hey, let's go try something new. You got a new Greek restaurant here in town. It's over by the bowling alley in Greenleaf Shopping Center, Danville, Kentucky. For you all that don't know where we're broadcasting from, and it is great. If you like Greek food, it's a change of pace for Danville. The owner has great service. He was very friendly, and I'm be definitely sure to come back next time because the food was delicious, portion sizes were great, and the prices. I got $15. I got basically €2, a salad, big old thing of rice, and a drink for $15.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty cool. And for those of you, we also want to make this on a bigger scale, but we also want to make this a local spotlight because Frizzell Guitars is a local business, and a lot of the local people help keep us going. Without them,
absolutely,
we wouldn't be nowhere.
Yep.
So, go ahead.
All right. So we're going to go right into the product spotlight. Okay. And the one I'm doing today is a mic I just got, and it is actually the Shure MV7 podcast microphone. I'm going to give you a little better look at it there. Man, this thing's cool. I'm using it for this right now. This is what you're seeing, and that's what you're hearing. I just got it last night, so I'm still figuring it out a little bit, but so far I'm digging the thing. It's got USB, it's got XLR. You can do it either way, and that's what I like about it, especially for what I'm doing right now. So right now I'm running it USB, and I think it. You know, does it sound pretty good to you right now?
Yeah. What's the price point on one of these bad boys?
They're $250.
So yeah, they'll set you back a little bit, but they'll be.
But yeah, I just got tired of messing with other stuff and thought, you know what, I'm gonna try one of those, and
yeah, for sure.
I like it.
We're always trying to improve ourselves and make ourselves better around here at the FretJob.
Yeah. I want it to sound good on here.
Yeah, and if you have any suggestions to us, feel free to give it to us. We're an open book.
Yeah. What you got?
Well, for product spotlights, I'll feature this more, but we're going to talk about lag guitars. But my product spotlight is lag, and I'll talk more about that when it comes to the topic. So I'll just kind of plant that seed now, and then not go into detail. But lag guitars. I honestly never thought. I heard about them, and I thought, oh, they're just pretty cool. There's a lot of hype, guitars. I don't know much about it. Probably never played one in my life, let alone that I know I'm going to be carrying them in my store. So I said I'll probably never play one, and so we'll talk about that when it comes on up. And so lag. Have you ever heard of lag guitars?
Yeah, I have. I've actually. It's been a long time ago. I was in a place one day and they carried them, and I actually.
So they got.
I mean, I thought they were pretty. I thought they played pretty good and sounded pretty good especially the ones they had in there weren't the most expensive lag guitars, and I mean they still sounded pretty good. They had solid tops.
They have a lag guitar that has a mine coming in today has a solid top, but lag has a pickup system or a echo system in their guitars, if I'm not mistaken. It has like some kind of amplifier in there that gives it some kind of like reverb. It's kind of like I can't even think of what that's called. It's kind of like that good what's it called? Goodwood, or what's that wood amp that gives all the effects? You hook it up to your guitar.
Oh, the Tonewood amp. Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of got a built-in Tonewood amp inside the guitar, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's got like its own.
I think I saw a video of it.
Yeah. Now the one I got's not, but we'll go more deep into that in just a few here. So I guess it's time to take our main topic for today. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So today we're going to talk about our main topic for today, and so we're going to be talking about all things acoustic guitars. We're going to be talking about best acoustic guitar under $1,200.
$1,200.
So under $1,200, best acoustic guitar, and this is acoustic edition, and we're going to tell our favorites. So just like Jonathan, I'm an acoustic guy too. I'm also an electric, but I'm also got a really heart for acoustic guitars, and I just love acoustic guitars.
Well, me too, man. What do you want me to start it off?
Yeah, you started off with one. How many are we doing? We doing 5, ain't we? You do 3, and I'll do 3, and then you'll do 2, then I'll do 2.
All right. Okay.
Break it up like that.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to start right now. All right. So the first one I've got it's a Recording King, and I haven't owned one personally, but I have tried several, and at different times. And the one I've got is the RO, and this is just purely by specs. I mean, the RO328 Tonewood Reserve, all solid. And the fact that it's an all solid wood guitar always means a whole lot to me. And this one happens to be solid rosewood back and sides. It's got an aged Adirondack spruce top. It's got a thin V mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard, herringbone purfling. I mean, it's got it all, man. And
yeah, what was it?
It's
again?
solid woods.
What was the guitar again?
It's the RO328 Tonewood Reserve from Recording King.
Okay, yeah. I drew a blank there for a second. I've actually seen one of those. Those are nice.
Yeah. It's $799. I mean, or $799.99. But it's that's some good specs for a guitar for $800, man.
And let me educate you here a little bit. There was a small span where Gibson made a couple of Recording Kings back in the 60s and the 50s.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, I actually seen one in person.
Cool.
So, and I actually seen the template they used to make it in Kalamazoo.
That's cool.
So, there's 2 little cool pieces of information, history there. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, I mean, Recording King makes some great guitars. And they make budget-friendly guitars too, but I've seen a Recording King get a really good setup on it, get some really nice strings, and play and sound great.
Yeah, man. I'm going to go ahead and go into this second one here.
Yeah, go ahead.
An Eastman E-10d. I love Eastmans. This one's a little closer to the $1,200. It's $1,191 is what I found it for. It is solid Adirondack, solid mahogany, ebony fingerboard, mahogany neck, nitro finish, which I love. And
that's just great.
And I've got an Eastman. Mine's rosewood. I actually have played a mahogany one in a store one one time.
And I love his Eastman.
But it wasn't a Dreadnought. This one's a Dreadnought, the one I found for $11.91. And man, I love Eastmans.
I've heard of Eastman guitars, and I've maybe played one once. He brought his in, and I played it, and it's a pretty nice guitar.
Yeah, I mean, I was hesitant at first, but man, I really like it. I always played Blue Ridge. If I went that direction for that type of guitar, I would always go Blue Ridge. But I went with the Eastman, and I was glad that I did the last time.
All right, yeah. So I mean, Eastman makes some great guitars that are awesome. I mean, how many guitars does Eastman make? Where does Eastman come from?
They're made in Beijing, China.
I know we talked about them in a product spotlight once, didn't we?
Yeah. They're made in Beijing, China, and I believe the story was the guy at one time was selling them out of the trunk of a car, or out of a van, or something like that, and then now he's got this big factory. But they're handmade. I mean, I saw video.
This is not your typical Chinese-made guitar. You think, oh Lord, it's a Chinese revival. This is an actual Chinese company trying to make a decent guitar.
Yeah, man, they're handmade, and I saw like a video tour one time. You could probably find it on YouTube, and it's cool, man.
This is not your sweatshop making Chinese-made guitars.
No, they're craftsmen. So I think about anything across their lines. They do now make a couple of guitars that are like student geared that don't have solid back and sides, but I would definitely want to get into at least the first level that's got solid wood if I was going to get anywhere near $1,200.
So another question. Yeah. So do they make any guitars with electronics built in?
I believe they do. I believe they provide, and I'm not sure which one, but one of your normal high-end brands like Fishman or LR Bags or something like that. I think they offer variations that have that. So, man, they just keep coming out with better stuff. They've got some really cool like hollow body electrics. You know, like a 335 style.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So I guess it's my turn next.
Yeah.
So my first one's going to be a Lag T2708 ASCE Tremontaine 270 Auditorium Slim Cutaway Kawaii Neck 6-string acoustic electric. And you can actually come today towards the end of the day and demo this guitar here in store. So
cool.
The body features a solid AA Engelmann spruce top, back and sides Mexican snakewood, open pore. It's got a finished satin, bridges brown wood, saddles black graphite. Excuse me. The neck is Kauai, or is that how you pronounce it?
Kauai.
Yeah, Kauai. That's what I thought. Truss rod. It's got the 2A dual action. It's got the silver nickel frets. It's got a 650 millimeter scale. I mean, it's maple logo inlay. These are great guitars, and I'm excited to be carrying them in store. I got one right now to see how I like it. But machine heads are 1/18, so they're good gear head ratios. Satin black. They've got graphite nuts, Diodario EXP coated strings. So I mean, these are nice, and it's got a Fishman Ink 3. If you've ever heard of that.
I think I have.
Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. But Ink 3, so I mean, I'm really tickled to get this guitar in today and try it.
I hope it's nice, man. I bet it will be.
Yeah. So by the way, we got a big shipment of inventory coming into the store today. So we've got strings, we got picks, we got whatever you need. We got you covered here at Frizzell Guitars. So come in here today, and we're probably gonna come in here this afternoon, and we're going to have a wall full of guitars.
That's awesome. That's what you want, man.
And we're going to have a wall full of accessories and whatnot. So I'm trying to make this a mini Guitar Center. I'm trying to keep people from having to go to Guitar Center.
Yeah.
No, but That's a really good guitar. Now this next guitar, you have anything to comment on those lag guitars?
Only that I played like two. I think there was two models in there when I first saw them in one store. It's been several years ago, and they were. I mean, the ones I played, they played good and they sounded good.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think this is gonna be, and this price of this guitar starts at $699. I'll have a better price in my store what it's gonna be this afternoon once I get it all in and whatnot. And so, next guitar is near and dear to my heart. So I still want one of these, and I'm gonna get one. I want one of these more than anything in the world, so bad. I want a Fender Paramount PD 220E, and this is a Sunburst one. I either want a Sunburst one or I want the natural. But it's got state-of-the-art craftsmanship with vintage. It's Chinese made, but it starts at 1,000 or close to 1,000, and it's got vintage-inspired tuners, the best of both worlds. It's got a solid Sitka spruce top or mahogany top. It's paired with full mahogany back and sides. It's got offset X bracing, which has been carefully refined, and it's got brand new Fender and Fishman designed Sonotone Plus pickups. And it amplifies full balance tone. It's got the vintage aesthetics, undertop sensing pickup, enhancing soundboard vibrations, which can be blended. It's got pearloid inlays. It's got featuring perfectly rosette backstrip with a black or tiger stripe pick guard. It also features an oval bridge and fingerboard, slim taper, mahogany neck, bone nut and saddle, and it comes with a hard shell case.
Cool.
It's got a 15.75 radius. It's got 3-ply headstock binding. It's got satin urethane with gloss urethane headstock face. I mean, it's a nice guitar. It's got a C-shaped neck on it. I love it. And let me go back to saying about this guitar is snowflake inlays, by the way, for the position markers. I played one of these guitars out of Nashville, and it was for the right price, and I didn't buy it. I was stupid. But I wanted one of these guitars. I heard one of my favorite artists play one of these guitars on stage, and it sounded sweet, and I played one, and it sounded so great, and I've been in love with them since. And if you know me, you know I'm a Gibson fanboy, but I want a Fender Paramount badly.
Yeah. Yeah, man,
so, if anybody wants to help me make that dream come true, you be my best friend.
I'd say so.
It's got a gloss polyester body finish. It's solid mahogany and quarter sawn scallop X braces. It's got feather checkered rosettes. I mean, it's got mother of pearl. It's got ebony with mother of pearl die. It's a nice guitar.
It's got the specs, man. It's got the specs. And then they got the 220E, which is also the natural one. But I love it. I love it. Go look it up. Go find it. Darius Rucker played one for a small bit, but he still plays his Gibsons. I mean, several artists have played one. It's been great. So my last one for Jonathan does his last two is, you have anything to add to that, Paramount? No, I haven't played one, but you need to. You're gonna like it. I've heard them, so yeah.
You're gonna like it. Go watch a demo video or something like that. You are gonna love it.
I love Fenders, man. I always have. I've only owned a few electric guitars and a Fender. I've owned an American Strat, and that's probably my favorite electric I've had.
You mind if I put like a demo video up here for the people to see that guitar?
No, go for it.
We got plenty of time, so that's why I asked.
Yeah.
We kind of running a little fast today. So I'm gonna put a video up here for the people to see here.
Cool.
So we're just gonna do a quick little demo of these guitars here. So we're going to kind of put this in between me and Jay's screen here. And he can hear it, but he can't see it. So, but
Jake Blake with Craft Music, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Fender Paramount series of acoustic electric guitars. Acoustic electric guitars.
That
It's
sounds
really
good, man.
First, we have the PM1. Now,
That sounds good.
and it's got a Mother Pearl Fender logo. And Bucky Bryan says that Blue Ridge makes fine acoustics under $1,200, and yes, they yes they do. I totally agree on that one. So
So what we got left here? We got two each left, right?
yeah, we've got
Yeah.
we got
I'm gonna take
weeks
the
left.
next one.
Yeah, go ahead, take your. We're back into the to the reality of things, but yeah.
Back to the reality.
No.
All right. So Blue Ridge BR341. I love this one. I mean, I almost bought the I guess you'd call the big brother to this one, the BR371 that is rosewood. I'm just a rosewood guy, but
Is this a Blue Ridge guitar?
it's a Blue Ridge, and it's mahogany though. That's how I got it under $1,200. If you go into the rosewood one, it's more than the $1,200 range. But you can get this one for around $1,000. And Sitka spruce, solid mahogany. Man, it looks just like an old vintage Martin. You know, it looks vintage, and I like them, man. But you can pick them up for $1,000 and have an all solid wood slotted headstock, 12 fret. I love a 12 fret scale, man, because it gives you a slinkier feel on your guitar. I mean
Yeah.
it's good for finger picking. I like that. I'm always
Is that the
trying
Blue
to.
Ridge I sold for you?
No, it wasn't a 12 fret.
No, yours was the 180.
It was the 180. It was the classic, like a pre-war D45 style appointments.
And Bucky, how did you read our mind about this? How did you read our mind that we were going to talk about Blue Ridge? No, I'm kidding. But yeah,
like
Blue
Blue
Ridge
Ridge.
makes a fine assortment of instruments. I like Blue Ridge guitars. And,
I like Blue Ridge.
Yeah, for sure. So
I like Eastman. I like Blue Ridge. I like the finishes on the Eastmans a little better. I think the Blue Ridge has kind of a little thick poly finish. I like that nitro finish on the Eastman. But anyway, I still, for $1,000, I can deal with that.
Yeah.
And I know they sound good because that BR180 I had, it sounded great, man.
For those of you that are just tuning in, we are streaming live from the FretJob studio at 228 Jane Trail, Danville, Kentucky, here at Frizzell Guitars, Danville's premier guitar store. And Jonathan is streaming from the Backwoods, Kentucky FretJob studio.
The Backwoods, Kentucky. Yeah.
So,
undisclosed location.
If
But
you
yeah,
see, we're going to have a Jonathan Batman signal in the sky, and that's where you know where he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I guess my last one's going to be the Martin Dreadnought Jr. Or did I already say that one?
No,
No,
you
I
haven't
didn't.
said that yet. No, you haven't.
Yeah,
talked about that yet.
Martin Dreadnought Jr. I owned one of these, and my father-in-law has it now, and they're all solid wood. They're made in Mexico. Solid spruce top. They've got solid sapele back and sides. They have like a cherry finish. They're like an auditorium thickness guitar as far as the depth of the guitar. but they're shaped like a Dreadnought, and I think they're like 15/16 the size of a Dreadnought. But you can tell where they're thinner. It's comfortable, man. They have a Rick Light fingerboard, but they have solid back and sides, and they have a solid top, and they have electronics. They have, I believe it's Fishman electronics in those, but you can pick those up for about $5.99. And mine was Sunburst, and like I said, my father-in-law's got it now, and he loves it, man.
Yeah, for sure. So we are gonna take a quick second. Be right back. So we'll be back in about 5.
Okay.
All right, people, we are back. Sorry about the little small wait. We had to take care of some stuff here. We are back after that little small pause. Thanks for everybody that it kept waiting. So yeah.
Hey, what's up? Glad to be back on here. I was talking about that Dreadnought Junior. I'll just do a little recap of that one. So the Dreadnought Junior 10E, Sitka, Sapele, Ricklite fingerboard, $5.99. I've owned one. They sound great. So,
Yeah.
go check them out. Go play one somewhere. Go get Brandon to find you one.
I will gladly find you one, but I'm not a Martin guy.
They're good little guitars, man. I swear I had one.
So we're gonna talk about my next one here, and I don't know if I talked. So I talked about the Alvarez already, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I mean the Alvarez, we talked about it. It's solid black walnut, shadow burst. It's Grand Auditorium, semi-gloss, Indian laurel, abalone mother of pearl inlays. So I mean it's Massacre ebony binding. So the next one on my list is near and dear to my heart. So if anybody knows me, I'm a Gibson fanboy. I love Gibson acoustic guitars. They
we know that.
You want to talk about what grinds my gears is that. But we're going to talk about Epiphone inspired by Gibson. So, and I'll do a little.
Yeah, I love this topic. I'm glad you had this on here. Matter of fact, I had one on my list too, and Brandon, I had to figure something else out because Brandon.
And
Brandon
I'll go over
wanted...
some of these prices here. So the Alvarez was $9.99. This Epiphone is $9.49, and it was, if I could make it happen, that lag is $6.99, and that Fender Paramount is $8.29. And then I'll tell you the price of my last one. But J200 is a king of flat tops, and it is the king of flat tops.
Yeah. I mean that's the name. That's the name that it's had for a long time.
The world famous Gibson Sj200 since 1937 has been the choice of singing cowboys like Tex Ritter, Gene Autry, as well as folk and rock and country royalty, including Emmylou Harris, Elvis, Jimmy Page, Bob Dylan, George Harrison,
everybody's played them.
The Edge, Super Jumbo non-cutaway, solid thicker spruce top, two-piece maple neck with mahogany center strip. The Epiphone J200 is built with all solid woods for outstanding tone. The visual elements have always been a big part of the J200's appeal, and the Epiphone inspired by Gibson J200 includes a mustache bridge, curb block inlays, crown and graduated crown mother of pearl. So, I mean, this is a solid guitar. So it's Super Jumbo J200 body. It's got solid figured maple. It's got solid spruce, solid figured maple with center strip, solid figured maple stripes, quarter sawn spruce, 6-ply binding. It's got aged gloss, slim taper D-shaped neck. This guitar is the guitar of a legend, J200 or an Epiphone. It's got a 25.5 scale length Indian laurel fretboard. It's got a 12-inch radius. It's got 20 frets, medium jumbo, bone. It's got mother of pearl crowns, tapered dovetail. It's tuning machines, deluxe keystones. So it is
the king of the flat tops. I mean, I'd like to have one, man. I mean,
yeah,
I've played one. I'm not the biggest Gibson acoustic fan, but I am of that guitar. And here lately, you've got that one in your shop that I've played a couple times here lately, and I love that guitar. I mean, it's a high end guitar. It's a vintage Gibson. So, and it actually has good action, and I like it, man.
Let's talk
And the
about-
J200. I mean, it's the J200's just it and better. I mean, I'd love to play a good vintage one that's set up good.
Let me tell you, J200 is the king of flat top. Gibson's the king of acoustic guitars. Hands down.
I know you like them.
I mean, hands down, this Epiphone Inspired collection is just balls to the wall.
It was
great.
a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, Epiphone really stepped up their game when the new management team took over, and they really stepped up their game. And let me tell you, Gibson is back and better than ever.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, there's a reason why they say only.
Well, I'm glad they're
Gibson's good
I'm glad they're making a solid wood line, man. I mean, I'd like to try their J45 inspired by Gibson.
All right, the last one we're going to talk about on my list here is going to be a PRS SE Tone Air T50E acoustic electric vintage sunburst. So it's got maple back and sides with a solid spruce top, and it's got Hybrid X classical bracing. And it's got three-dimensional. It's got Fishman GT1 pickup system, and all that good stuff. So, have you ever heard or seen of a PRS acoustic? Of course, it's got the bird inlay, birds of flight. It's got Paul Reed Smith's the builder. It's got flame maple. It's got binding white. It's got wide fat. It's got 20 frets, bone, gloss, inlays, birds. It's got abalone purfling. It's got the GT1s, PRS design tuners, PRS hard shell case. This is a guitar that is straight balls to the walls killer.
What did you say the name of it was?
It's a CE Tone Array T50E. Look that up real quick and get a picture of it.
Tone Air?
Yeah. Get a picture of it and look at it and tell me what you think.
Yeah. Don't they make that? Do they make the Angelus acoustic too? PRS? No, Angelus. Angelus. I think they have one called that.
Maybe. Did you look
But
this up?
I saw some of them. Yeah, they make pretty guitars, man. They make beautiful guitars in their electric lines.
Yeah, for sure. The private stock stuff and all that stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah. Everybody that's watching now, beautiful stuff. And we've all mentioned great. And this guitar here, PRS, is brand new, and it is $849.
$849.
$849 out the door.
That's not bad, man.
Not bad
Not bad for everything that it's got.
Yeah, I mean, I love Gibson, but I played a PRS acoustic I really liked. I want one of those Paramounts badly, and I'll get one.
Yeah. I like all kinds of different companies, man. I love Fender electric guitars, but I love that Les Paul you've got. I mean, I think it's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been killer.
It's got a killer sound, man. And if I was going to have one, that's exactly what I'd want, the standard. That's what yours is, right?
Yes, that's Paul Standard.
Yeah, that's what I would want. Yeah.
So, as we're talking, these are great. You've got and there's Takamini's make some good one. I know I didn't throw one of those in, but I kind of had some ones that I wanted to
We've
throw
talked
in.
a lot about Takamine since we started doing this. Just in other episodes, we've had quite a few conversations about Takamine on here.
They do make some great ones too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're a good all around company, man. I mean, they make some cool stuff. But to get that $1,200 and under, when you get into the higher end Takamines, I mean, it doesn't take very many models to get up above $1,200.
Yeah, for sure. We wanted to really. In our episode here, we really wanted to talk about what was us. We really wanted to talk about what was us. We wanted to talk about we wanted to dive deep in acoustics. We want to give you guys and show you our thoughts, our opinions in the industry. I'm coming from a luthier owning a music store standpoint. He's coming from a player standpoint, somebody that plays and done it for over 20 years. So you got the best of both worlds.
Right at
there.
almost 20 years, probably.
We've got you got the double standard, not double standards, but you got both of us here with the same thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've got the best of both worlds. You get both spectrums.
I'm no pro, but no, I'm no pro musician, but I've
He's pretty dang close to me.
I've played a lot of cool instruments. I've been around a lot of cool instruments, and
He's pretty dang close to me, so I like him.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, so the recap. What you got to pick one. What was your favorite acoustic out of all of ours today that we went through?
Me?
What was your favorite that we went through? That we picked.
I'm gonna say the blue. No, I'm gonna go with the Eastman E-10d. I believe I would be happier with the Eastman.
Out of all the guitars, including mine, would you be happy with?
Including what?
Like out of both lists, what would be your favorite?
I'd probably go with that Eastman E-10d just to be safe.
Out of my whole list, and you're going to think, so obviously my choice is going to be the Fender Paramount. But we're going to scratch the Fender Paramount and put it aside for a minute. And we're just going to go with just straight me and my thoughts. So without the Fender Paramount, because everybody knows it's going to be an obvious choice for me, if that was not on the list, everything else on the list, I'm going to either have to say the J200 or the PRS.
Yeah, I would have to stick with that Eastman, man. I've had good luck out of them so far.
I don't know. I figured you might throw me a curveball and pick the Epiphone.
I like the Epiphones, but I don't think it's. I swear I don't think it'll feel as refined as an Eastman feels when you're holding it. I mean, and they may surprise me. I think I've saw one of the J45s somewhere one time here recently, but I didn't get it down and play it. And I don't know, man. Ever since I had that little Eastman I've got, I like it. Now, I haven't been playing it as much as I've been playing that Pono guitar, but that's just because it's small. It's fun to play.
All right, so yeah, I mean, there's different variations. Speaking of Epiphone, I had somebody drop off a casino.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it's
like a vintage one or a newer one? Or?
I think it's a little bit newer. I'm not sure. I haven't fully looked at it yet. I mean, if I'm getting up and looking at it now, it doesn't say where it was made. It was one of the Chinese models.
What color is it? Oh. Was that like a vintage white?
Yeah, it's just like the one Ringo or John Lennon had.
Oh, man. Yeah, I bet that's a nice piece, man.
Yeah, and then I got a Gretsch over here too somewhere. Gretsch Electromatic.
Oh yeah, have you played it?
No. I mean, I played one before.
You played one before.
Yeah. So what would be your player tip of the week?
My player tip of the week. So I guess I would probably say.
I can hear it echoing back if you got it playing.
Can you hear me echoing back?
Yeah,
I know what
I can hear it coming from the tablet there.
All right, sorry about that. My player tip of the week. Don't get frustrated. Don't sit there and burn yourself out on it if you're trying to learn how to play guitar. I mean,
can I add to this?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I teach lessons and I see this. I see a lot of people, they get frustrated because they're not picking it up as fast as
I did it the first time.
And I see them beat themselves up and they get mad and they really just get discouraged. Don't do that. We all got to get there. You've got to work hard. Nothing's going to be easy.
No, but it will get easier though. I mean, the first time I did it, I got frustrated and quit. And then whenever I started playing again years later, I I was just much more patient about it, man. I mean, I'm still doing it. I accepted the fact that it never ends. You're never done learning.
Yeah,
So
you're
once you
never.
accept that, then you don't get frustrated about not being a pro all the time. I mean, you just gradually keep getting better, and you're not getting frustrated like that anymore.
Yeah, so I'm going to give luthier tip of the week and whatnot.
Yeah, give one.
Luthier tip of the week is stands. Be sure where you store your guitar, all that stuff. Over time, if you don't properly take care of your guitar, I see it a lot, especially in cheaper guitars, the neck gets warped and twisted. I've had a lot of guitars with twisted necks in here lately, and it's because improper storing. They've laid it against the wall.
Humidity-wise, or just not putting it on a stand.
Yeah, you're not putting it where it's supposed to be. I've seen some twisted necks in here. I'll be 200% honest. And
what kind of stands do you like? Do you like wall hangers, or do you like?
I've been a fan. They're expensive, but I got one here. You can see it behind me. I'm using here Hercules Stands.
Oh yeah. I've got one. I've got one in here too.
Yeah, I love Hercules Stands.
Yeah,
and you got your
I
bread
like
and
those.
butter typical stands. You know what I mean?
I've got a cool stand that I think I picked it up somewhere. I think it used to be like a Fender displaced, like a stand that a Strat hung on.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's wood. I mean, it looks like it came out of a guitar store, but it's pretty neat. But you can't go out and buy those. So, but you can go out and get that Hercules stand.
Yeah, so I mean,
They're a little pricey. I mean, but man, that one that I've got. I've had it for probably about 6 or 7 years, and looks just like it did when I got it. So
so I think there's our player tip. And you have anything else to add to today's episode?
No, man. Just I'm happy with the way things are going on here, and I can't wait to see what we come up with next.
Yeah.
Throw some. We need these guys to throw out some ideas so we can.
So my buddy Ron
cover some topics that they're wanting to cover.
Just jumped in. So Ron, question for you. I know you're more of an electric guy if you're still watching, Ron, but we talked about acoustics today. Ron, he's played guitar for Brad. He's a heck of a musician. Ron, what is your favorite acoustic under $1,200? What is your favorite acoustic, if you're an acoustic guy, that you have played? We just want your opinion because you're a professional player. What we're gonna ask the professional what his opinion is, if he's still watching. But if not, then we'll there. But I mean, there's so many great choices like we talked about today. There's so many great choices, like it's not even funny all the great choices there are out there to pick from. And we only gave you a little bit. We could probably come up with more.
Every company's got so many different lines of stuff, and there's tons of pretty good ones out there on the market, and for under $1,200. I mean, it was a lot more limited when we were down in that 450 range last week, but this week it's a little easier. It opened it up a little bit.
Yeah. And so I mean, it was I guess no response, but so we're gonna end it here if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I'm good to go, man.
So I'm your host, Brandon Edwards at the FretJob.
I'm Jonathan McWhorter. Y'all have a good week.
You too.